for this program, Zayana Stewart, a senior. Next up, number 10, Ayana Porter, another senior, 5'3". Next up, number 11, senior, Lindsay Cleveland. She stands at 5'6" and is a problem on defense for opposing offenses. Number 22, the fourth starter, sophomore, 5'8", Janiyah Pippins, in rounding out the starting lineup. Number 34, senior, 5'10", Jenna Johnson. Evelyn Eubanks, amongst others, including Paige Lawing, will see action off the bench tonight. Lady Wildcats are coached by Coach Paige Taylor, assisted by Christina Sims and Micaiah Dowdell, and they come into this ball game 3-0 on the season. Mike, what are you most looking forward to tonight?
Oh, a lot of scoring from Oak Ridge. Hopefully they can, put the ball in the basket and play good defense and keep the Wildcats, in the lead the entire night. I look for Oak Ridge to dominate this game, just to be truthful. I mean, I've seen them play on the live stream. I haven't seen Clinton play, but I know Oak Ridge is going to be tough and a hard matchup for the Dragon.
Thank you very much. Tip-off won by the Lady Wildcats. Jenna Johnson tips it back to Porter. Ayana Porter works it around the arc. Inside it goes to Stewart. Stewart, excellent pass. Left block, wide open. Jenna Johnson for the layup. And the Lady Wildcats lead it 2-0 on their opening possession. Put on the press, immediate turnover. Here comes Cleveland with it. Cleveland over to Porter. Thought about a three. Instead, she's going to work it around the top of the key. Back to her. Right elbow, inside, Johnson, wide open three in the corner. That's Lindsay Cleveland, off the arc, no good. Porter's rebound, no good. But here comes Stewart, another rebound, another bucket. 4-0 your score, 7:20 to go, just 40 seconds into this opening quarter. The Lady Wildcat press courts, another turnover. It's a steal by Jenna Johnson at the midcourt stripe. She goes coast to coast, through contact, the finish is there. It's 6-0 early, not even a minute into this game. The Lady Wildcats have already turned Clinton over twice. Here comes a third. Watch out, front row. Watch out, second row. The Lady Wildcats defense is on to something.
I'm telling you, Dave, they're all over them, Alec Myers. They're just scrapping them for everything they're worth. I love to watch this team.
6:55 to play into this opening quarter. Lady Wildcats with it up top. Into the corner it goes to Zayana Stewart. Out to Porter. Long three. In and out, no good. But who has the rebound? Jenna Johnson. Her bucket's no good. In and out. It rimmed out late, and here come the Lady Dragons. Up the court, the furthest they've made it up court so far. Why not? They've got an open shot from the corner, no good, and out of there with it comes Porter. She wants to push the pace, doesn't have the numbers, but she says, I don't care, I'll take it anyways. Shot off the right rim, no good, as she tried to do a transition layup, and the Lady Dragons have it. Trailing 6-0 are the Clinton Lady Dragons. 6:15 to go in the opening period. Working around top is Gamble. Gamble takes the gamble, and she takes a spill. And they're going to call a blocking foul. The first foul of the game for either team. That's on Lindsay Cleveland, so the 5'6" senior picks up her first. It was a non-shooting foul, a blocking foul, so the Lady Dragons will take it out underneath the Lady Wildcat goal. 6:13 to play here in the opening quarter. Lady Wildcats up 6-0. Clinton, close to a 5-second call. They get it in, right back to the inbounder. Wide open three, good. It's a nice play by Clinton there. Lady Wildcats a little late on the closeout, and they've cut the lead in half. 6-3 Lady Wildcats early on. Here comes Stewart, top of the key. Lady Wildcats all five outside of the three-point line right now, working five out. Here comes Stewart inside. She wants the pass. It's not there. Lady Wildcats working around Porter. She's not shy, and why not? She takes a three, no good, follows her own shot, gets the rebound, left side. Here comes Elisha Mitchell. Shot up, no good from the sophomore, and the Lady Dragons have the rebound. Gamble's going to push it across. Nobody in her way, so she's going to take it all the way, and they're going to say Jenna Johnson got her. Jenna Johnson got shaken up on the play, and she's feeling that one. Hopefully she's going to be all right. It will be a push on Jenna Johnson, her first, team second. So Clinton goes to the line, trailing 6-3 with 5:33 to go in the opening period. To the line for the Lady Dragons goes Addie Gamble. The junior nestles one in on the front end of the two free throws. It's 6-4 now, a one-possession game. As Clinton, Mike, has recovered early after being a little shaky. They've kind of found a little rhythm, and they bring it within one with two free throws.
Yes, they have. They've come back strong, David, or Alec. It's going to be a great game. But I look for the Wildcats to take charge here in just a bit.
5:25 to go in the opening period. A long three off no good from Porter. She thought about it maybe a little bit too long. Here comes Gamble. Stop, free throw line jumper, blocked. I think it was Cleveland who got a palm on it, And Zayana Stewart pushes things back the other way. The post plays a little point guard, finds an open girl, and that's good. 3 points. Add them up from Ayana Porter. She's taken a few. That's the first one to go, and now the Lady Wildcats can set up this press. To no avail, though. Clinton gets it up court quickly, speeds them up. 3-point shot is good. They're going to count that as a 3. It was not. Her foot was on the line, but they're going to give the Dragons a friendly call anyways. 9-8 the score, 4:48 to go in the opening quarter. Lady Wildcats with it, working left to right as we see it from our perch up at the top of Wildcat Arena. In their all-white uniforms, Cardinal numbers. Ayana Porter, start about a 3, dribbles inside, kicks back out to Johnson. Long 3, in and out, no good, and Clinton has the rebound. Ellie Leander, the senior, is going to kick it up court to Moody. Moody's 3 is off the mark, back rim no good, and Cleveland comes out of there with the rebound. Lindsay's going to push the pace, 2-on-1 break, over to Stewart. Stewart dribbles to the right side and gets the kiss off the glass, and Lady Wildcats lead back out to 3. Quickly, Clinton comes back the other way, a long 3, way off the mark, no good, but they get their own rebound. Moody, stop and pop, 8-footer, no good, and Zayana Stewart pulls the rebound down. Lady Wildcats have a number, 3-on-2, but the pass down court was batted away, and who comes out of there with it? Clinton does, 93 feet away from their basket. So they're going to take it around the other way up court, and Clinton dribbled the ball out of bounds. Oak Ridge might have got away with a little bit of a push there, Mike, but I'll take the no call.
Well, yeah, and she pushed the ball out of bounds, so Clinton's going to retain possession. Oak Ridge in the lead, 11-8 early.
3:45 to go in the opening quarter. Clinton kind of stagnant on offense. They get the ball inside the arc to a post who's trying to find somebody. Can't. Finally finds another postmate who got away with a walk but no call, and she gets it off the glass. Good. Scoring that time for Clinton was Lainey Carmichael, the junior. And with 3:25 to go in the opening quarter, Lady Wildcats lead is cut to 1. 11-10 your score. Porter wants a 3. No, she's going to drive baseline. Cut off by a Clinton girl, and Clinton going to come out of there with the steal. And that was a double dribble and no call. These officials not on their game early on in the season, but hey, there's a foul they can't ignore.
It was a no-doubt foul that time. She just bumped into her pretty hard, Alec. That Jenna Pippin on the foul.
Janiyah Pippin with her first foul. So Oak Ridge has been called for 3 fouls, Clinton for none. 11-10 your score, 3:09 to go. Evelyn Eubanks checks into the game for the first time, as does Elisha Mitchell. So the 5 on the floor, Eubanks, Mitchell, Johnson, Ayana Porter, and Lindsay Cleveland. Cleveland playing nice defense, and it creates a steal. Porter comes out of there with it. Doesn't have the numbers. She's going to think about a shot. No. Finds Mitchell. Mitchell up top to Cleveland. Long 3, no. She pump fakes, drives, kicks to the right side to Johnson. Johnson careless with the ball there. It's a turnover, and here comes Clinton the other way. 1-on-1. Can they get the fast break? No. Excellent Cleveland. Excellent defense by Lindsay Cleveland. Initially, she got the block. There was no Lady Wildcat down there to help her out, and so when the Clinton Dragons got the rebound, she was forced to foul, Mike.
Yeah, Alicia was right there in her face, but she got her on the arm, so it will be a free throw.
Elisha Mitchell, is that her first foul or second? So Lady Wildcats have fouled 4 times this quarter, but the good news is, if you're an Oak Ridge fan, no Lady Wildcat has more than 1 foul. First free throw is off the mark. It's 11-10. Lady Wildcats in the lead with 2:43 remaining in the opening period here from the Wildcat Arena. Second shot off the mark. Clang, no good. And here comes Eubanks with the rebound. She's awfully good at that, and here comes Porter. She's good at directing this offense, and that's just what she'll do. Wants to go right side with it. She does. Swung back around left side to Cleveland. Cleveland gets it in the left corner to Eubanks to get it inside to Johnson. She had a look but decided to pass, and now the Lady Wildcats are going to play catch at the top of the key. Here comes Cleveland, or Eubanks rather. Long 3 off the mark, no good, and Porter comes out of there with it. Porter goes up, she's stripped. It's knocked out of bounds, but the Lady Wildcats will retain possession.
It looked like a foul to me, but she knocked it out of bounds. Oak Ridge will retain possession.
Clinton has played nearly 4 minutes, has not committed a foul. At least that's how they score it early on. 2:15 to go. Inbound pass underneath the Dragons' goal. There's a foul. Shot was in and out, no good from Johnson as she cut towards the passer underneath the basket from the inbound play. Nice design there, Mike. She was open, just couldn't get it to fall, but she will go for the line for 2.
Yeah, it's a good hustle that time by Clinton. I mean, they're scrapping Oak Ridge for all they want. They're giving them all they can need right now.
This is a team, Mike, who has been blown out in all their losses they have a combined average of getting beat by 25 points. So you thought, at least I did, with that knowledge, thinking Oak Ridge got out to that hot start 6-0, Clinton couldn't hardly get it past half court. I thought, here we go again. But I'll give the Lady Dragons credit, Mike. They fought hard, and they've scrapped their way back into this game early.
Yeah, and they're shooting very well, actually. The Lady Dragons are not going to go away.
First free throw from Johnson was missed. Let's see if for a second. Well, that's nothing but the bottom of the net. So the Lady Wildcats finally get over that hump that was the 11-point mark. She's got 5 points. It's 12-10, Lady Wildcats. 2:05 to go. Here comes a long three, right elbow from Clinton. In and out, no good. Battle for the rebound. Who has it? I'll tell you who has it. Ulisha Mitchell. She's tied up, though, and it is going to be, it was Cleveland that got tied up with it. Nice hustle play from her. Jump ball possession arrow points towards the way of the ladies in black and orange. Inbound pass inside to the tall girl. No avail, though, as she has to just kind of kick it out. Clinton a little bit. There's a double dribble, Mike. They let her get away with one earlier in the game, but the same player, she didn't get away with that one.
Well, he was only standing a foot away. He couldn't have missed that one, Alec.
You'd be surprised, Mike. Actually, the gentleman who called that, I think, is he and Matt Queener, I think, are two of the better officials around, and you often see those guys in big games. So I do think it's a pretty good crew overall. Lady Wildcats working things around. Little 8-footer from Ulisha Mitchell, and that's great. Good basketball. She found the open spot in the zone defense, and she just stopped, popped, and gives the Lady Wildcats a 4-point lead. Clinton the other way. They want a three? No. They're going to try to drive right side, and that's going to be rejected by Johnson, and they're going to say she fouled. I think she got him below the waist. I think up top Jenna had the block, but instead of driving straight up, she was aggressive and ran towards her, and I think they're going to say that after that initial block, I think that she kind of got her with the body. Unfortunately, though, that's Jenna Johnson's second foul. It's the 5th team foul for the Lady Wildcats. Foul count, 5-1. As the Lady Dragons go to the free throw line for 2 and hit their first. Into the ball game now. Out comes Mitchell and Cleveland, and in comes, and we're off the air. Welcome back to the Wildcat Arena. Lady Wildcats, excuse our technical difficulties. Lady Wildcats lead at 14-2. There was a walk and a no basket while we were away. As here come the Lady Wildcats. Stewart with it underneath. She's trapped, and it's a nice pass out to an open three from Porter, and she drains it. 17-12 now. Biggest lead of the game for the Lady Wildcats if you don't count that 6-0 start. So since then, this is the best the Lady Wildcats have looked. Their offense is starting to get put together, but Mike, on the defense, another foul this time from Porter, her first. Lady Wildcats are fouling too much. That's 6-1 the foul count.
Yeah, they are. They definitely are. Here early on in this first quarter, we've had 5 team fouls. They need to slow down on that.
37.9 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Clinton, if they hit their free throws, this would probably be a tie ball game or close to it. Instead, they missed the first of 2, the front end. And it's 17-12, Lady Wildcats in the lead. Really nice crowd here for how early it is, just about 6:30. And I think a lot of Wildcat fans, as she bricks the second one, want a chance to see this team. The play has been underway for probably about 3 weeks now, Mike, and Oak Ridge fans haven't had a chance, most of them, to see them play, at least not here in Oak Ridge. Johnson the other way, beautiful take, beautiful bucket. Jenna Johnson with 7 points early on, 7 of the Lady Wildcats 19. Clinton got away with the walk, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds by the quick hands of Ayanna Porter, and Clinton will retain possession. Clinton not exactly sure of themselves ball handling right now to this point. They got called for one walk, a couple, probably could have gotten a couple more.
Well, a lot of it's because of the high-pressure defense the Lady Wildcats are putting on them.
As Clinton comes back the other way, and the bucket is good. And I'll tell you, number 30 for Clinton, Lainey Carmichael, at the end of the quarter, that's it. Lainey Carmichael has come to play, I'll tell you that much. It's 19-14, Oak Ridge with a 5-point lead as the Lady Wildcats and the Lady Dragons get things started here. 1 quarter in, we'll be back in 30 seconds to the Wildcat Arena.
Okay. Welcome back to the Wildcat Arena, where the Wildcats up 19-14 here. It's just the start of the second quarter. Very highly contested basketball game so far here in the first quarter.
Thank you, Mike. Just underway here in the second quarter. Lady Wildcats working the ball around. Clinton's zone defense actually looks like a 3-2 right now. Maybe it's just a very loose man. We'll have to see next possession. Jenna Johnson says, play me a zone, play me a man. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to get a bucket anyways. That's her 8th and 9th points of the ball game. Jenna has a chance to get into double digits as she's accounted for nearly half of the points for this Oak Ridge team tonight. 21-14 the score. Jenna Johnson goes to the free throw line for a 3-point play the old-fashioned way, and she gets it. So she's into double figures. 22-14 the score. Lady Wildcats in the lead, 7:28 to go here before half. Clinton trapped as they get across half court, and Clinton sees it. And Coach Alicia Phillips wants a timeout. I think it's a good decision. Clinton clearly a little bit rattled there on that possession.
Yeah, I think the coach saw that she got trapped right there just as she got past the 10-second line, and she knew she was going to lose the ball if she didn't call a timeout. That was a good timeout call by the Clinton coach.
We'll let you hear the Wild Band, while we end this timeout. Good job from them as per usual. So 7:22 to go in the second quarter. Oak Ridge leading 22-14 over the Lady Dragons. Oak Ridge trying to get some revenge after winning 74 straight games in this series. They dropped one 57-56, a 1-point loss last year in Clinton. And then suddenly Clinton didn't want to play Oak Ridge anymore, it seemed like, but that's interesting. They'll play tonight, but this is their only chance. Here comes Clinton, and there's a turnover. Nice defense by Lindsay Cleveland there, Mike. She just cut her off.
Yeah, they put high pressure on her, and the ball actually dribbled off her knee and went out of bounds. Oak Ridge retains possession.
Here's Porter crossing the half-court stripe, checking back to her right. She's looking for Coach Taylor to give her the signal for the play, and she does just that. Oak Ridge, I was going to say they got away with a double dribble, but they didn't. The official was right on it and made the right call, and it's an Oak Ridge turnover. One of the rare turnovers that I can remember in this entire game for Oak Ridge.
Yeah, they handled the ball extremely well. She tried to change direction, but she just turned the ball over.
1-2-2 press implemented by Coach Taylor, and into the corner it goes for Clinton. They do work it around the half-court line, and there's a three in the left corner. Good, right in front of the Oak Ridge bench. Three was good that time by Allie York, shooting like Sergeant York from the corner. Here's Oak Ridge quickly the other way. Cleveland into Johnson on the right block. Johnson out top to Stewart. There's a three, and there's a bucket. Zayana Stewart was pure from downtown, and Oak Ridge has a 25-17 lead, 6:16 to go in the second quarter. Here comes Oak Ridge trying to jump a pass. They nearly get a turnover, but Clinton retains possession. With it on the right side, well, there's nobody because the pass was errant, and it falls out of bounds, and Oak Ridge will get the ball back up by 8 with 6:05 to go in the second quarter. Oak Ridge started this game ferociously on defense. Clinton got a handle on it, but Mike, as Oak Ridge takes possession back, it looks like their defense is starting to come into effect again. Here's another three from Stewart, no good, but there's a battle for the rebound underneath, and Moody comes out of there with it for Clinton. Wide open up court. There's a girl, and Jenna Johnson tries to block it, but can't, but she does force a miss. Excellent effort. Jenna Johnson didn't block that, but what we and everybody in here thought was a wide open layup, her contest forced that miss. Clinton, the ball goes out of bounds. They'll get it back, but a great effort by Jenna.
Yeah, she definitely made her miss that shot, and Clinton's going to get the ball under the basket.
Nearly turn it over again is Jenna Johnson, who I don't think's come out of this ball game. Her and Porter, either one. Jenna got a hand on it on the inbound, but Clinton retains possession. With it at the top of the key is Addie Gamble. Gamble coming off a double screen from her two post players. Nowhere to go. She's eaten up by the trap. Here comes Mitchell, great defense right there. Excuse me, it's Shania Pippins. And then the ball's knocked out of bounds. Who's it off of, Mike?
Off of Clinton Dragons. Just great hustle by the Lady Wildcats defensively that time, Alex. And Clinton didn't have a chance. Oak Ridge just swarmed them.
That time they shut the door, they locked the door, and they threw away the key. There was no shot that Clinton was doing anything on that possession. Here's a long three, missed long by Jenna Johnson, but out of there comes the smallest score on the court. Great hustle by Porter. Porter inside to Johnson. Johnson, no good. Porter tried to come out of there with the rebound to no avail, and Clinton has it now. Working against some three-quarters court man-to-man pressure from Zayana Stewart. Stewart, they're going to get a switch here, and Clinton wants no part of this Lady Wildcat defense. Listen to the crowd. Mike, Oak Ridge has turned the defense up, and Clinton is not ready for it.
Yeah, they're just stifling them now. I mean, they're getting right in their face, and they can't even move the ball because Oak Ridge is putting such great defensive pressure on that ball. Great job. Wildcats pulling away now, 25-17.
Be interesting to see at the end of this game if there's any Facebook posts from any coaches or anything like that, Mike. As we get ready to start action here, we're going to take no, we'll keep it here. 4:53 to go in the second quarter. Lady Wildcats up 25-17. David Clary, executive producing, as we're kind of switching roles. Mark and Shauna Haste out for this game, so David's taking the stats and kind of helping produce the thing. And unfortunately for all those listening, he's handed the keys to me and Mike Sheehan, but we're here anyways. Here comes Clinton. We'll change Mike's at the next opportunity if we can, David Clary. And here comes Clinton. A turnaround J in the paint, no good, and Jenna Johnson has another rebound. 4:30 to go in the second quarter. Johnson brings it across the midcourt stripe, gives it off to Stewart. Stewart hands it off to Cleveland. And now it goes into the left corner with Johnson. Johnson bumped out of bounds, but she passes it before she walked out of bounds. And no call, so Clinton gets the ball back. They try to pass it up court to Bailey Burrows. Burrows one-on-one with Zayana Stewart. Let's see how that works out for her. It doesn't. It's tipped away, and there's a turnover. Here comes Shania Pippins. Pippins, 3-on-3, no real number advantage, but she's going to kick one out to Mitchell. Mitchell, high arcing shot, no good from beyond the arc. Lady Wildcats get another offensive rebound. Stewart, great spin move off the glass, no good. Ulisha Mitchell has the rebound. She puts it back up, no good, and Clinton finally comes out of there with the rebound. They're giving up way too many offensive boards as Clinton.
They were scrapping that time for everything worth. Oak Ridge shots just quite wouldn't go in. They got the rebound, put it back up, and it still wouldn't go down, and the Clinton Dragons rebounded.
3:30 to go here before halftime. Clinton trailing 25-17 with the ball. Here comes Burrows. Stops, pivots, turns, passes a teammate, and it's going to be tipped away momentarily. Clinton gets possession back. Allie York with the ball, the top of the key. Comes off a screen, thought about a three. Lady Wildcats switch defenders off that screen, and here comes the Lady Dragons. A nice little play there. Kind of forced Oak Ridge out towards the wing, and then one girl just beat her man, and there was nobody behind because of all the Lady Wildcat defenders coming out to the perimeter. So a nice play from Clinton. Pulls them within two possessions at 6. 25-19 the score, and Clinton's going to get a turnover underneath here. And that was kind of an odd play. I don't know what the execution was, but it wasn't great. With 2:45 to go here before half, Clinton with it. Moving right to left as we see it from the top of the Wildcat arena. Nice steal from Oak Ridge, and then Clinton's going to commit a foul about 75 feet from the basket. That's Burrows. So that will be Clinton's second foul of the quarter. Oak Ridge has not committed a foul this quarter. They've cleaned it up on defense.
Yeah, they definitely have. It's getting intense out there. Still got a real close game. Oak Ridge up 25-19 with 2:36 left here in the first half.
Mitchell passes into Porter. She's out there along with Janiyah Pippins, Lindsay Cleveland, and Zayana Stewart. Stewart has it on the left corner in front of the folks in the first row. She's going to pass it off, gives it right back. Left wing, Stewart thinks about using a pick. She does. She's going to find Mitchell. Cleveland in the corner finds a cutting Zayana Stewart. Stewart nowhere to go with it. Nice defense by Clinton this possession. Mitchell, wide open three, no good. Who comes out of there with it? Ayana Porter. Again, she has been a beast on the glass so far. Swinging around left side, corner three, no good from Stewart. And can the Lady Wildcats get a tie-up in the backcourt? No, they almost get a steal, but Clinton comes out of there with it. 1:53 to go here in the second quarter. Long three from Clinton was rushed, no good. Burrows underneath. Is it a charge? It is a charge. Zayana Stewart with a heads-up play underneath, facing a much taller, strengthy opponent, and she just kind of took the charge. Not always a fun play to take that charge, Mike, but it pays off for your team.
Yeah, she paid the price because, she went down on the deck, but it was worth it for the Wildcats. They retained possession.
This might come as a shock, but in basketball practice, that was not my favorite part of practice, is when we practice charges, Mike. Long shot off the top of the backboard, but they let it stay in play. Alicia Mitchell comes out of there with it. Cleveland up top, back to Mitchell on the right side. Inside to Stewart. Stewart turns, finds, fakes the defenders. Open layup on the left side. Good, and she's fouled. 27-19 your score. 1:25 to go here in the first half. Stewart to the line to try to make this a three-point play. So this has been a little bit of a game of runs. Oak Ridge got out to a 6-0 lead. Clinton came back and made it 11-10. Oak Ridge then extended the lead. Clinton has tried to work their way out or work their way back again, but this time the Lady Wildcats have continued the onslaught offensively. 2 3-point play opportunities with and one so far, and 2 of them made. Jenna Johnson had one earlier. Zayana Stewart has one now. So Jenna Johnson has 10 points. Zayana Stewart has 10 points. And they account for 20 of the Lady Wildcats' 28 points here in the first half. 28-19, a minute and 20 to go. Clock is rolling as Clinton gets towards the half-court mark, and they just throw an errant pass. Mike, the girl was there, but I think she just couldn't really see because 2 Lady Wildcats had cut her off at the mid-court line. This press has worked wonders.
Yeah, the Lady Wildcats are putting a tremendous amount of pressure on the Lady Dragons, and they're getting a lot of turnovers.
And I think sometimes in basketball, we can talk about it at halftime, but I think sometimes in basketball, when you know you're going to be pressed, you kind of do some things to you psychologically. Long three from Oak Ridge, no good. Here comes the rebound. It's going to be blocked, but she gets her own rebound, and that's back up and good. Janiyah Pippins, the sophomore, underneath doing work. 2 rebounds and 2 points on that possession. That's her first points of the night. Clinton breaks the press, but they're going to be trapped just over half court. Are they going to do anything with it? They're going to nearly turn it over. It's going to be swatted out of bounds. Lindsey Cleveland and Alicia Mitchell, the sophomore and junior respectively, with nice defense, nearly forcing another turnover. Clinton probably wants to call a timeout right now, but they don't want to waste another one. They only have 3 left. They've used 2 in this quarter alone. 50 seconds to go and counting. Now to 45 as Oak Ridge leads 30-19. Clinton with the ball, though, trying to make this closer before half. Oak Ridge, the defense, in a word, stifling. Allie York with it, over to Gamble. Gamble at the top of the key, and we'll see if they put the 5-second count on. No. Gamble, right side. 3-point opportunity from the Lady Dragons, and it's drained. Topanga Easterday, Jaylee Rod, the sophomore, hits it. Oak Ridge now up by 8, 30-22 with 17 seconds to go. We'll see if Coach Paige Taylor calls out a play or she's just going to let them freelance, and that looks like what she's going to do. Porter, left side, 3, no good. 6 seconds left. Oak Ridge with a rebound. Kick out, 3, 2, a 3 from Oak Ridge, again no good, but there's a foul underneath. That's going to go against the Lady Wildcats, but it will end the half as it was not a shooting foul. Let's see if they count it. They do. So that will go against Janiyah Pippins. How many fouls does Janiyah Pippins have, Mike? 2. So that was her second foul, and that should end the half. Clinton arguing, it looks like Clinton's staying out like they want to shoot free throws. It was not a shooting foul, and the Lady Wildcats, at least on the board, they don't show that they fouled this quarter. So unless they say there's time on the clock, perhaps, but Mike, it can't be more than about a second. So as it is, the scoreboard says 0.0. Clinton, Coach Alicia Phillips, accurately arguing that they should put something. They're going to say 0.8 seconds. So 0.8 of a second on the clock. So Clinton, Coach Phillips going to make a late substitution, and let's see if they have anything here. My guess is that the girl they just substituted in is going to have a strong arm because they're putting her in to make this pass. So if you're Lady Wildcats, just don't foul. Just don't foul right here. Peyton Manning S pass long, and it's intercepted by Janiyah Pippins. So a lot of drama at the end for nothing. It's 30-22. It's a back and forth half, an exciting ball game here from the Wildcat Arena. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have stats and more from Oak Ridge. To start things here in the second half, Dragons will be shooting in front of their own team. Lady Wildcats will be shooting in front of their own bench. The side closest towards the student section here, the closed end of the horseshoe-shaped bleachers. Mike, I don't know if you noticed, the Wildcat, the Jill Pruden court is actually different this year. They've changed it up. Instead of all being kind of one light color, it's light mostly, but then on the ends inside the three-point lines, it's darker. What do you think about it?
I like it. I like it a lot.
I think one of my favorite parts, Mike, is the OR is facing the correct direction finally. For the first time since this arena's erection, it's the only time it's actually looked right on camera, pretty much. Three-point shot is good as we're back on our way here in the second half from Clinton. 5-point game now. Stewart, nice footwork underneath. She gets the layup off the glass and good. 35-25, your score 35 seconds into this second half. Clinton breaks the press, get it up on the left side. It's Moody. Moody finds it over to Gamble. Gamble finds a girl in the corner. Front rim, no good. Jenna Johnson with a strong two-handed rebound. Cleveland comes out of there with it, passes it ahead to a teammate. That's Stewart. Stewart, hesitation dribble, splits two defenders, is fouled. The shot was no good, but she'll get a trip to the free throw line for a chance at 2. Again, Lady Wildcats leading 32-25. Moving right to left this half as we see it from our perch at the top of the Wildcat Arena. 7:10 to go again here in the third quarter. Stewart, eyes, takes a practice stroke, spins the ball, gives it a toss, and puts the Lady Wildcats up by 8. Officials tonight doing a pretty good job. Here's Stewart's second attempt. Up, in and out, no good. Clinton with the rebound. And Clinton, do they turn it over? They do. It was nice defense by Lindsay Cleveland. I thought Lindsay may have touched it. The official thought otherwise. I think she just dribbled it off her own leg, Mike.
Yeah, exactly what happened. Good pressure that time.
It's not always about actually making the play. It's being there and putting the pressure and forcing them to make a human error, which is what happened there. Inside out it goes for Lady Wildcats. Into the corner. An errant pass. There was nobody there. They had vacated the lane. And then I think out of frustration, Pippins, who made the pass, who thought there was going to be a teammate in the lane, there was nobody there. She then commits a foul almost immediately. And, Mike, how many is that for her?
That's 3 on her.
She will have to come to the bench. So in comes Ulisha Mitchell. She's in there with Jenna Johnson, Zayana Stewart, Ayana Porter, and Lindsay Cleveland. Cleveland takes the point man, who is Addie Gamble. Gamble tries to pass it underneath. It's stolen away by Zayana Stewart. 3-on-2 break. Stewart, right side, forces some contact. Spins, finds Mitchell. Ulisha Mitchell shot, no good. It was short, but a heck of a rebound by Stewart. An acrobatic diving play as she's tripped and falls, but she somehow throws it behind her head, gets it to go off the glass. Lady Wildcats lead up to double digits now. 10-point lead, 35-25, 6:25 to go in the third quarter. Alicia Phillips coaching right in front of her team, barking instructions, trying to get them to do whatever it is she wants them to do. That would be good if they get a 3, and it's not. So I don't think she wanted a miss. Now she's telling her team to get back. Lady Wildcats, open 3 on the other way, no good, but here comes Ulisha Mitchell with the rebound. Inside it goes from Cleveland, gave her the pass, it's Stewart. Stewart wanted a foul, no call. Her shot was off the mark, but there's Porter with the rebound. Porter over to Cleveland. Cleveland drives inside, and it's stolen away with 5:50 to go in the third quarter. Up by 10, Lady Wildcats transition to defense. Here goes Porter, a long pass from Clinton left to right. It was batted away towards the scorer's table. You know, Porter's doesn't have the most length on here, but I think she almost affects the game more than any other player for this Lady Wildcat unit.
Yeah, she's very disruptive. She gets right in their face, and they don't have anywhere else to go.
Bad news for Clinton. She's defending 80 feet from the basket. 10-second count on, gets to 8, and they finally get it across the half-court stripe. 5:35 to go, 10-point lead for the Lady Wildcats here in the third. Moody gets it underneath, passes it out to York. York wanted a 3. No, she's going to get it inside to Moody. Moody, turnaround shot. No good off the front rim, and here comes Ulisha Mitchell with it. The Wildcats have numbers. It's 4-on-3. Mitchell tosses it back to Porter. Porter Surprised she didn't take that three, Mike. She usually does. Instead, she passes to Jenna Johnson. Why pass up a good shot if you can get a better shot underneath? And that's what she did. And she found Jenna Johnson. Well into double figures now is Johnson. Lady Wildcats, their biggest lead of the game. And it's about to get bigger. Here comes Jenna Johnson. Left side, strong layup, good. 39-25. The Lady Wildcats have broken this game wide open, and Jenna Johnson is a big reason. The lead is 14, and that's how many points Johnson has. 39-25, 4:42 to go in the third period. Here from Wildcat Arena, Alex Myers alongside Mike Sheehan with you, David Clary, executive producing, and Mark and Shauna Hayes' absence tonight. He's doing some stuff behind the scenes that they usually would do. We appreciate you listening as the ball's batted out of bounds. Clinton will retain possession. I want to remind you that this season we are not streaming on YouTube. There have been some attendance concerns, so we are not streaming on YouTube. But we are on prepradio.com. It's kind of an old school feel to this broadcast. Clinton has it, left wing, threes, way off the mark, no good, but Clinton comes out of there with a strong rebound. Here comes Johnson. There's some contact. Did she foul? They say no. And here comes a reach-in call on Lindsay Cleveland. Foul count 2-1 here in the third quarter. Lady Wildcats just committed their second foul, as that's Lindsay Cleveland's second foul of the ball game. Cleveland in there with Johnson, Ulisha Mitchell, Porter, and Stewart. 4:14 to go in the third quarter. Clinton inbounds it from the side, trailing 39-25 here. And this their eighth game of the season. Double team. Can they get a turnover? They force to pick up the dribble, and Clinton finds a teammate. Not a lot of urgency, Mike. You're either the hammer or the nail in sports, and right now Oak Ridge is definitely the aggressor. Here comes an aggressive drive. Here comes an aggressive drive from Clinton, but it's batted out of bounds by Lindsay Cleveland, and Clinton retains possession. Mike, Clinton just really looks like they're out of sorts offensively.
Well, you have to be when the Oak Ridge defense is stifling you. You can't even dribble the ball.
We welcome you back to our broadcast here from Wildcat Arena. The bad news is we're having some technical difficulties, and it seems about once a half or so, every 30 minutes or so, we're getting booted offline. But the good news is, Mike, it only takes us about 20 to 30 seconds to get back online. So if you're with us and you lose us, just give us a minute or so and we can get back on, hopefully. So while we were away, the only thing that really happened is Clinton had a drive. It was batted away by Jenna Johnson, but they called a foul. So Clinton heads to the line for two, and Jaylee Rod, the sophomore for the Lady Dragons, hits the first of two, waiting her second. Clinton trailing 39-26, 3:40 to go in the third. Good-looking free throw stroke was no good, though, and it's going to be off Evelyn Eubanks. Evelyn Eubanks, her brother signed with UT Martin. She's got a similar build. I mean, she's just really, really long, really tall. Her height can create a lot of issues, but, Mike, we haven't seen much from her tonight.
No, not so far, but she's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
The junior is Eubanks, has been playing a lot of basketball over the summer and the AAU circuit from things and video clips I've seen. Really been working on her game. Here comes Clinton working against Porter, which Phillips wants a foul. Porter's just playing really good defense, as she always does. Oak Ridge nearly forces another turnover, but Clinton retains possession. Driving against Eubanks now is Moody. Moody passes back out to Burrows. The sophomore, Bailey Burrows, working against Jenna Johnson, has no plans or intentions of driving against the senior Johnson. So she passes the ball back up top. Clinton going to run a new set here from the right side, run off a screen, and it's just not there. They finally going to get it to Burrows. This is a three-point range. I don't think that's where she wants the ball. And now she's going to be trapped momentarily. Gets the ball in, and it's going to be swatted away by Eubanks. Eubanks, I believe, got the tip on the blocked shot, but then an Oak Ridge defender came to swat away the chance from Clinton to get that deflection. So it will be out of bounds. Clinton ball. They retain possession as they get a few substitutions in here. It's 39-26, 2:46 to go in the third quarter. Lady Wildcats with a big lead. Clinton has been blown out in all their losses. They're getting beat by an average of about 25 points. And that one trending this way. But Clinton's showing a lot of fight tonight here. I will have to admit that. And the Lady Dragons have it trapped on the right side. They don't want to be here. They need to create some space, and they can't do it because Zayana Stewart picks the ball off. Going the other way. And really great strip there that time from Addie Gamble. Oak Ridge wanted a foul. I think it was the correct no call. Just a nice play from Gamble there. And she's going to drive in right side, go through some contact, charge! So Gamble makes a nice defensive play on one end, stripping the ball from Zayana Stewart to get the turnover. Mere seconds later, Zayana Stewart hustles back from her other end after turning the ball over and creates a turnover herself on Gamble, the girl who stripped it from her.
Yeah, that was a great play, Lady Wildcat. They got back on defense and got the turnover.
Evelyn Banks, or Eubanks, excuse me, with it inside. Little pass to Porter. Porter, great footwork, but shot can't fall. Here comes Johnson, who's going to be hammered and no call. I'll tell you what, Mike, Addie Gamble, some of these Clinton Dragons, they're very aggressive. I'll give them that much.
Yeah, they definitely are. They have not let up one little bit. Defensively, they're really scrapping.
And I'll say this, you know, a team that is 1-74 in its last 75 chances, they're not playing like it. And I think the reason is because this team won that one game was just last year. So these girls have finally had a taste of that victory. And while they've been outmatched to this point, they certainly haven't played scared. They have been kind of scrambling and not had a lot of answers at times, but it's never been a fear thing, I don't believe. Oak Ridge working it around, top of the key. Here's a three from Porter, nestles it in, and the Wildcats have their biggest lead of the ball game. 16-point lead. It's 42-26. 1:24 to go in the third. Clinton with it, working left to right as we see it here from the press box at the Wildcat Arena. 1:15 now and counting. Clinton driving against Stewart. Maybe got away with the walk, no call, and through some contact goes the finish from Lainey Carmichael. Lady Wildcats quickly the other way. They tried to find Eubanks streaking like a wide receiver, but it's almost like a quarterback-wide receiver connection. Eubanks was looking over the left shoulder. The pass came over the right shoulder, and it falls out of bounds, unable to hang on to it from Eubanks, and that's a turnover. Lady Dragons get the ball back. If you're Clinton, Mike, I think you just try to put a couple good possessions to here, get this thing back within 10 as you head to the fourth quarter, but it starts on offense. They need to get a bucket here. Here comes Gamble. Her shot's no good. Rebound, Jenna Johnson. If the Lady Wildcats want to hold it, they can, but I don't think that's what they want to do. Cleveland, Eubanks, left side, soft shot, off the rim, no good. Porter has the rebound. Porter finds Cleveland at the free throw line jumper, off the backboard, no good. And here's Porter, another rebound. She may have a double-double in offensive rebounds alone. Here comes Porter, shot, no good. Jenna Johnson, the follow, it's good. 23 seconds remaining as we're under 19 now. 44-28 the score here in the third quarter. Lady Wildcats leading but playing defense. Gamble picks up her dribble. Up top it goes to Carmichael. Carmichael, a long three. Nothing that time. It tried to be saved by Clinton. They couldn't get it, though. Lady Wildcats have a shot with 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Here's Porter. She's got to put it up. She doesn't in time, but she instead passes to Evelyn Eubanks. Mike, I did not think she had enough time to pass. She knew the score. She knew the time. She passed it, and with maybe a quarter of a second to play, Evelyn Eubanks wisely just kind of tipped it up there, and she gets on the board for the first time tonight. A beautiful way to end the third quarter.
It certainly was. I thought that they had given up on that for a minute, Alec, and no way. They just came right back strong and got it inside to Evelyn for the 3-foot bucket. Evelyn, shot it right in the hole, and the Wildcats now up 46-28 with 8 more minutes left in this game.
We'll take a 30-second break. When we come back, we'll come back to the Wildcat Arena. Welcome back to the Wildcat Arena. Oak Ridge sitting pretty here as we enter the fourth quarter. Lady Wildcats up 46-28. Before this game, the JV boys game was played. Oak Ridge won 58-39, a blowout to start things. And we're working on another blowout right here. Lady Wildcats up by 18, 46-28 as the ball is inbounded here in the fourth. Lady Wildcats get possession to start things off. Swing it around the top. Starters into the ball game except for Eubanks, who's in there. Deep three from Porter. You guessed it. You heard the crowd. It's good. The Wildcats have now surpassed the 20-point mark. They're up 49-21, up by 21 points if my poor math serves correctly. Quick shot from three on the other end as Clinton starting to try to force things, and you can't blame them because time's ticking away. 7:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Lady Wildcats up 49-28, and they've got the ball. No particular hurry here. Lady Wildcats have not really changed their pace, though, as Eubanks gets another one off the backboard. Good. So Evelyn Eubanks, I don't think she got off the bench in the first half, Mike. She's probably only played about 3 minutes, but she's looking very comfortable quickly.
Yeah, that was a great shot. She used the bank and put it right in the hole.
Clinton working with it. Evelyn playing nice defense at the top of the key, moving her feet well. Here comes a shot in and out, no good from Clinton. Their second shot in, out, in, and around, and it finally drops to give them 30 points on the night. 51-30 your score. Lady Wildcats in the lead. Inside it goes, right back out to Cleveland. Cleveland finds Pippins. Wide open three. Off the mark, no good. Evelyn Eubanks had the rebound momentarily, but a Clinton defender swipes it away. Clinton back the other way with it. It's Gamble. Gamble tries to fight off a screen from Burrows. She does, and they finally get it to Burrows after they got the switch. Gamble now guarded by Oak Ridge's post player. That's Eubanks, and she's going to try to drive. Can she do it? She does. She has to kick, though. And now Ayanna Porter is going to create another turnover. No, they're going to call her with the foul. Mike, I think she had it initially, but as the defender kind of turned her back, it forced almost a jump ball to turn into a reaching foul.
Yeah, good defense. What can you say? The Wildcats in the lead now, 48-33, with 6:14 still left here in the fourth quarter.
First foul of the quarter. Remember, it resets at the quarter mark for Oak Ridge. Clinton with none. Up by 15 now. Lady Wildcats' lead has dwindled a little bit here in the fourth. Gamble tries to find a teammate left side, and they just looks like, and I understand it. Ooh, she nearly went back court. I understand why they want to kind of be Gamble-centric here because she's been the most aggressive player. And even when she doesn't score, she had a nice pass there and a nice open shot sunk by Allie York from three. So now what was a 20-point lead just moments ago is down to 12. 48-36 the score now. Clinton fighting and clawing back. Jump ball, points the possession arrow to the Lady Dragons. So Oak Ridge looked like they were running away with this thing, Mike, but as they have all night, the Lady Dragons, while maybe outmatched, they haven't they've put up a fight.
Yeah, they definitely have. They have not quit. I mean, the effort they're putting out is tremendous. They're all really breathing hard. They're giving the Lady Wildcats all they want.
5 on the floor as Oak Ridge creates a turnover. Jenna Johnson bumped after she got the steal by Gamble, so Johnson will pass the ball in. A 5 on the floor now after Clinton makes their run. Coach Taylor gets the starters back into the ball game. That is Porter, Johnson, Porter, Johnson, Stewart, Mitchell, and Pippins. Here comes the pass inside. Zayana Stewart through contact, gets the bucket, no foul. But again, the bucket is good. 50-36, Oak Ridge making this thing a little bit more comfortable here with 5:08 to go in the fourth. Pass towards the baseline. She's walking almost every time. Good defense as Elisha Mitchell steals the ball away. Jenna Johnson gets it and then throws the ball away herself. Clinton up the court, it goes to Carmichael. Carmichael over to Burrows. Burrows working against Pippins. Pippins' nice defense forces a miss. Quick pass up to Jenna Johnson, and she is down. Oh, boy, that does not look good. There's a jump ball on the court, and Jenna Johnson immediately grabbed her leg, and then she's shaking her. Thankfully, I think it's just a cramp as Coach Paige Taylor is shaking her out And, that's a sigh of relief from everyone in this building. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout. When we come back, we'll have more action and finish up the fourth quarter here from Oak Ridge High School. Jenna Johnson gets up under her own power and kind of hobbles towards the Wildcat huddle. Not to speculate, but it did look probably more like a cramp than anything real serious, thankfully. Mike David Clary, executive producing tonight's broadcast, he made a really good point a moment ago. He messaged and said, this is their first game in 2 weeks, so cramps might be an issue for the girls and the guys, and that has to be a factor when you're not used to playing.
And absolutely. When you go that long without getting in an actual game, you're going to be rusty, that's for sure.
Stewart gets it in underneath. There's a jump ball. Stewart doesn't like the call. It's the correct call if they called it initially, but I think the call came a moment late, so Stewart thought that she had broken out of it. Jump ball arrow should be towards Oak Ridge. Clinton got the last one. I thought Clinton got the last jump ball, but maybe I'm incorrect. So the officials going over to make sure it's right. Alicia Phillips arguing Coach Taylor not, but that makes sense because Coach Taylor's team has the ball. They do say it's a jump ball. They do say it's Lady Wildcat basketball. And for once, Mike, I was right. 50-36 to score. Lady Wildcats inbounding it underneath the Lady Dragon goal. It goes to Stewart. She gets fouled. The shot was up, no good. And she'll shoot two with 4:32 remaining, up 50-36. Mike, it's been kind of a start and stop game here. I think the officials have managed this one pretty well, but it's kind of been a game of runs where Oak Ridge makes a run, then Clinton kind of stifles that attempt, and then Oak Ridge makes another run, then Clinton fights back, and Oak Ridge this game has not really been in doubt, but maybe not the smooth sailing that we thought coming into the game, but hey, it's a rivalry game. Why would it not be difficult? We talked about that long streak as the first free throw was good. It doesn't mean all those games were blowout. A lot of them were really close nail biters that the Lady Wildcats pulled out. Both free throws were good, and it's 52-36 after Stewart converts at the line. Lady Wildcats in the lead, 4:27 to go here in the fourth and final quarter of play. Clinton breaks the one-man press, and here's Gamble. Gamble thought about a three, instead kicks it to Moody. Moody's three, a little bit left off the mark, but out of there with the rebound comes Rod. Rod shakes off a defender, and she's going to set the offense back up. Coach Phillips barking out signals, and Zayana Stewart nearly creates a turnover backcourt, but she touched it, so that's why there was no violation. Lady Dragons still have not got the ball inside the three-point line this possession. They finally get a wide-open three on the right side. Somebody lost Lainey Carmichael. Alicia Phillips wants a timeout to talk about it. She'll have two left. Lady Wildcats have not used a timeout all game. We'll take one with them when we come back. We'll have more broadcast from the Wildcat Arena. We'd like to thank the fine folks over at the Coca-Cola Corporation for making Sprite perhaps the fizziest drink of all time. Mike, you've sat there and watched. I have not touched that drink in about an hour. I don't think I ever dropped it or anything. I go to open it after I put the mic down, and I've got Sprite all over me.
Well, I've got one sitting over here on the floor that I'm worried about the same thing. There's a lot of carbonation in there. Now you're wearing it.
You never know what you'll hear through a microphone when Alex Myers and Mike Sheehan are on a broadcast, but you do know it probably won't be the most intelligent thing you've ever heard. David Clary, for that information, will be back just as soon as Mark and Shauna Hayes get back in the booth. Again, he's executive producing this game, and we appreciate him letting us step in here, fill in for him as he gives his vocal cords a rest and takes control of the behind-the-scenes things that Mark and Shauna usually take care of. Back in action here, Lady Wildcats. With it is Pippins. Passes to Porter. Porter, little runner from the left side. Off the back rim, no good. Clinton comes out of there with the rebound. Does Oak Ridge trap? They will. 92 feet away from the basket. They nearly force a turnover, but instead Gamble gets it across half court just in time before the 10-second violation. Gamble, right side layup. The part of the Red Sea, it looked like, was wide open, but it was no good. And quickly back the other way comes a fast break layup from Ulisha Mitchell. 54-39. Oak Ridge in the lead as they knock the ball out of bounds 90 feet from their own basket. Clinton retains possession with 3:17 to go. Trailing 54-39, the Lady Dragons get the ball in to Rod. Just over half court, being guarded incredibly tightly by the Lady Wildcats. Janiyah Pippins. Gamble with the ball for the Lady Dragons. Right side, picks up her dribble. Now she passes it to Moody. Moody driving right side, knocked away momentarily by Porter and Boyce. She's just got incredibly quick hands. Three is off the mark, no good. But here comes Rod for the Lady Dragons. Her shot is missed, and here comes Pippins. All the way coast to coast, right side layup off the glass and through the net. Lady Wildcats closing this thing out now. They can smell a victory. 2:39 to play in the fourth, leading 56-39. Alex Myers, Mike Sheehan, and Titus Fetters in the broadcast booth with you tonight. Again, David Clary producing tonight. Titus and Grayson Brown doing camera work for us tonight. And while we don't have the stream on, the benefit of the camera is we can put it on YouTube afterwards. You can watch the game. And, of course, the coaches show every Wednesday night. You can watch the highlights from the week's games on there. Lady Wildcats with it in the front court. Pippins down to Porter. Porter, a little 5-foot jumper, pure. 58-39 as the lead approaches 20 once again. 2:17 to play in the fourth quarter. Gamble with it, trying to break this mano-a-mano press by Porter. She does, gets it across the half-court line, but is still guarded tightly by Porter. Gamble drives inside, loves to kick out to a shooter. That's what she did that time. Clinton, I thought, got away with the travel there, but they're going to launch a three from the right side. Gamble's shot is good, and they've eclipsed the 40-point mark. 58-42. Here comes Porter quickly back the other way. Left side, Ulisha Mitchell, wide open three, off the mark, no good. It was tipped by Porter, it was tipped by Honesty Thompson into the game for the first time, but there was nobody there to grab it. So here comes Clinton the other way. A long three, off the mark, no good. Mitchell with the rebound momentarily. It goes to Thompson, who's going to dribble away from some trouble. And she's going to get trapped in the backcourt, finds Porter in the front court. And here comes Ulisha Mitchell. The assist from Porter, a wide open layup. And Clinton's pseudo press just really didn't work very well that time. Oak Ridge calls their first time out of the game. Coach Taylor is going to get Amaya Bishop and Paige Lawing into the ball game alongside Ulisha Mitchell, Honesty Thompson, and Lindsay Cleveland. No, Cleveland's going to come out, and it will be Eubanks into the ball game. Mike, as we wrap this one up here, it's been a nice ball game. Oak Ridge going to get a chance to get a couple younger faces, but the game feels certainly closer than the score is going to indicate.
Absolutely. The Lady Dragons have really played tough tonight. They've played their hearts out, to stay with this team, because Oak Ridge really has one of the strongest teams in this region. I have no doubts. I haven't seen the other teams play, but I have watched them. This is the fifth time I've got to watch them, the first time live, and I'm impressed. They really played tough on offense and defense. Winning up 60-42 with 1:17 left.
Here comes Clinton in no particular hurry. I think both sides know that this thing is just about over. It's just a matter of exact statistics here as if anybody else will score. 103, 101, and now we're at the 1 minute mark. Clinton with the ball, really not doing a lot with it. They get it inside to Moody. Moody going up against Thompson. Nice defense from her, forces a miss. And actually here comes Honesty Thompson. Quick pass up to Ulisha Mitchell. A scoop layup with the wrong hand. An acrobatic, athletic play to get that one to fall. Here comes a quick three from Clinton. Off the mark, no good. And out of there with it is Amaya Bishop. Bishop takes some contact, a hard foul from Clinton, and Bishop's going to earn a trip to the free throw line for an opportunity to get her first and second points of the night. See if she can get on the scoreboard here. Oak Ridge up 20, 62-42, 33 seconds left in this one. Phillips subs out Gamble and into the ball game for Clinton. I think for the first time is Sydney Harrell. She's a senior. And here comes the first from Bishop. First shot, pure. She's on the board. Her second free throw incoming. Again, Bishop out there alongside Eubanks, Lawings, Honesty Thompson, and Ulisha Mitchell. Her second free throw attempt was no good. Here comes Clinton. And a nice sight there for Herring just into the game to get her first bucket of the night. She scores a 3. Here comes Ulisa Mitchell. Looking down the other way. Here is Thompson. Her shot's off the mark, but she gets her own rebound. Passes it inside to Mitchell. It's going to be stripped away. Now there's a fight for it on the ground. Who has it? Jump ball. Both teams kind of apropos there, Mike. As with 9 seconds in a blowout victory, both teams still hustling and trying to fight over the ball. 9 seconds to go. Oak Ridge going to take this one. Score 63-45. Will Clinton take another shot? I'm sure they will. Will they make one? That's the question. Here's a 3. It's good, and that will make the score look a little bit better. But the final from the Wildcat Arena. Lady Wildcats, Oak Ridge victorious. 63, Clinton 48. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll wrap up with first half stats. And, of course, after a while, we'll have an interview with the victorious coach, Paige Taylor.